Thank you very much. Re a leboga. Re a leboga baeso. Well, thank you very much, directors of the program. We had made an agreement with the Deputy President that he would be here this afternoon. He went to Juba, South Sudan, but you know, things can happen. Meetings can be longer than you thought. I think he's on his way back. He actually said, I will be there on Friday. I almost said to him, you might experience some difficulties. The good sister there was talking about Burundi. I used to have meetings 24 hours without stopping, because there was a problem between French and English, particularly when it comes to text. You will have an agreement, and you think midnight will pass the decision, and people will say, we understand the text in English, but in French, no. This does not say exactly what it says. French is very rich. So I'm sure the Deputy President is delayed somewhere. Chairperson of the ANC nationally, Secretary General, Treasurer General, Deputy Secretary General. Somebody was correcting earlier that the parties and all don't have secretaries. SGs have got GSs, the general secretaries. The National Executive Committee members who are here. The invited guests who are with us here today, we are blessed to have you. Even blessed to have our fraternal colleagues and comrades from former liberation movements. The diplomatic corps, comrades and friends, patriotic business people who are here that the TG referred to. Good evening to you all. It is a great pleasure to be with you on the occasion of the 104th anniversary of the formation of the African National Congress. As the oldest liberation movement on the continent, the ANC continues to carry the hopes and aspirations of the people of this country. The movement was founded on this day in 1912 by men and women who sought to banish the divisions and jealousies among the people of this country and uproot the demon of racialism and tribalism. They dreamed of a better society, one in which all would be equal, not only in law, but also in wealth and opportunities. Today, more than a century later, we continue to pursue that vision. We have made extraordinary progress since our forebears resolved to, and I quote, agitate and advocate by just means for the removal of the color bar and for equitable representation of natives in parliament, unquote. After a long and heroic struggle by the people of this country, we have realized the cherished goal of a democratic nation founded on the principles of non-racialism, non-sexism, and equality. We have declared, in the words of our beloved Madiba, that, and I quote, never, never, and never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppression of one by another, unquote. We have adopted a democratic constitution with a Bill of Rights that recognizes the equal worth of every person. We have built democratic institutions through which our people can exercise their right to determine their own destiny. Working together over the last 20 years, we have addressed many of the basic needs of our people: access to housing, water, electricity, social services, education, and health care. We have reduced poverty and created opportunities for millions of our people. And yet, despite this significant progress, there is much more we need to do to fully realize the vision of the founders of our movement. There is much more we need to do to lift all of our people out of poverty, to ensure that all have education and skills, that all have work, and that all may live safe, secure, and comfortable lives. We have yet to correct the historical injustices of dispossession, economic disempowerment, and exploitation. We have yet to achieve a society in which the people share in the country's wealth. We have yet to achieve a society in which the land is shared among those who work it. It is for this reason that we have entered a new phase in our struggle, in which we have placed the achievement of radical economic transformation at the center of all our efforts. It is for this reason that we are all here tonight. It is because you share this vision, because you also seek a South Africa in which all are equal, that you have joined us this evening to demonstrate your support. We are grateful for your attendance this evening, for the contribution you have made, and for your continued confidence in this movement as a true representative of the aspirations of the people. Earlier today, I met with traditional leaders to celebrate the anniversary. We did this correctly because traditional leaders played a key role in the establishment of the ANC, and many were honorary presidents. Coincidentally, among us here is a great-grandson of one of those who were the honorary president of the ANC. As you know, and as I was explaining earlier on the day, that the ANC is different from other political entities. It's the only political entity or party or organization or movement that was formed by the people of Southern Africa as a response to a very serious happenings of colonization of our region. We are the only organization that was formed in that way. And therefore, when we say we belong to the people of this country, it's not just a slogan, it's a reality. They called it the Parliament of the People because we were excluded from Parliament. Among these was King Lewanika of Barotseland from eastern part of Zambia. They participated in the formation of the ANC. He was one of the honorary presidents. Today, his great-grandson, who is a crowned prince, Lewanika, is here with us today. We thank you for coming to be with us to continue the link that we had. He was saying earlier to me, the links between us and Zambian people did not just start in the early 60s. Besides his great-grandfather, who was one of the honorary presidents, that one of the ANC presidents, Moroka, visited Zambia at some point and stayed in their house for a long time. So the link has been there. NEC members have also met with various stakeholders, business, religious leaders, youth, women, and others to emphasize that the ANC belongs to all. When we say to South Africans, vote for the ANC, we are actually saying vote for your organization. And indeed, it belongs to the people. It has maintained a posture that identifies what are the challenges of the people. It identifies with them, and it will never change. It will work for a long time to achieve a real democratic society where everyone has equal opportunities. And that's why the people of this country love the ANC. The propaganda about the ANC, negative propaganda, has been showered in the last 20 years. But the people don't listen to it because they know that the ANC belongs to them. They belong to the ANC. Even those who belong in other parties, when it comes to voting, they vote their organization and leave the parties they belong to. Tomorrow, No, that's a fact. Tomorrow, we will be gathering at the Royal Bafokeng Stadium to present the annual January 8th statement of the National Executive Committee. It will identify the central challenges, responsibilities, and tasks of the movement for the year ahead. As in previous years, it will provide a clear line of march for our structures, members, and supporters. At the center of our work this year must be achievement of tangible progress in fundamentally transforming our economy to meet the needs of all our people. We must do so in the face of difficult economic conditions. Developments in the global economy, such as a slowdown in major emerging economies and a significant decline in the commodity prices, mean that our own growth will be constrained. These conditions, while they may reduce the physical space we have, should not diminish our determination to pursue the measures, some of which are contained in our 9-point plan, to stimulate growth, encourage job creation, and drive transformation. We do not accept the notion that we must make a choice between growth and redistribution. They must be pursued simultaneously and in concert. An economy in which more people have skills, in which more people have access to capital, in which more people have access to health care, in which more people are lifted out of absolute poverty, in which more people have jobs, is an economy that has a greater capacity to grow. Redistribution is a moral imperative. It is also an economic imperative. By excluding the majority of our people from ownership of the economy, by excluding them from the management of companies and from many professions, we are starving our economy of the human capital it needs to develop. Faster growth is a necessary condition for redistribution, but it is not sufficient. If we pursue growth for its own sake, without any meaningful transformation, we will simply be reproducing decades of inequality and entrenching racial divisions. Therefore, in 2016, we will pursue with greater focus and intensity the measures that constitute the core of our economic development strategy. Education and skills development will remain at the center of this strategy. We will build on the progress we have made in basic education ensuring that the provision of adequate school infrastructure is matched by further improvements in the quality of teaching and learning. We will continue to expand and improve post-school education. This year, we mark the 40th anniversary of the Soweto student uprising, in which the youth of this country confronted the injustices of apartheid. We remember their struggle and their sacrifices. The spirit of 1976 lives on in the youth of this country. The protests by university students last year demonstrated the determination of the youth of this country to be engaged in all matters that affect their lives. Through their actions, they brought onto the national agenda the critical issue of funding for higher education. They highlighted the plight of poor students who struggle to access education. They drew attention to the central role that higher education plays in the development of the economy and society. These protests took place in the wake of massive increases in state support to needy students through the National Student Financial Aid Scheme, NSFAS. Even with the increases over the last few years, we were still not able to meet the needs of all students from poor backgrounds. That underlines the extent of the challenge we face with regard to education. Working together with universities and other stakeholders, we have managed to mobilize the resources needed to fund a 0% increase in fees in 2016. Now we need to work together in a similar spirit of cooperation to find lasting solutions to this challenge. We will soon be announcing a commission to look at promoting access to higher education. During the course of the year, we will continue our massive investment in economic and social infrastructure. Through more effective coordination and focus, we are managing to ensure that our expenditure on infrastructure is used more efficiently and has greater impact on jobs, localization, and the development of our industrial capacity. This investment not only stimulates economic activity, it also provides the physical infrastructure that will enable us to grow our economy and meet our social needs. We are confident that the commitment of such significant state resources to infrastructure development will be matched and surpassed by fixed investment by the private sector. Government will continue to support the process of industrialization through, among other things, support to mineral beneficiation, the establishment of special economic zones, and sector-specific support programs. We will continue with initiatives like the Automotive Production and Development Program, which has attracted private sector investment of over 25 billion rand over the last 5 years. Several large vehicle makers announced new investments in manufacturing capacity in the last year. We welcome these investments warmly. As we start the year, we are also reflecting on other areas that we must focus on. We'll continue our efforts to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the public sector. We are making progress in our work to strengthen state-owned entities. We have taken steps to stabilize those that have been experiencing difficulties and to assist them towards the achievement of financial sustainability. We'll continue to transform this sector to ensure that these entities are able to meet their economic and developmental mandates. We'll continue to manage public funds responsibly. We will ensure that we spend within our means and that we keep public debt within manageable limits. We will continue to direct public resources towards the poor and in pursuit of productive economic activities. Through initiatives like the establishment of the Office of the Chief Procurement Officer, we will reduce wastage, increase efficiency, benefit from economies of scale, and reduce the scope for corruption. Comrades and friends, we also have a clear and unequivocal mandate from the South African people to implement the National Development Plan. We are encouraged by the engagements that have taken place among all role players in the mining sector to address the severe challenges facing the sector. We will continue this year to strengthen the implementation of the measures that have been agreed upon. During the course of 2016, we will continue to use the Operation Phakisa methodology to bring together key stakeholders to develop groundbreaking strategies for growth and development. Comrades and friends, as we celebrate our 104th anniversary, we will focus on the challenges and tasks of the movement. We will continue this year to build the ANC and the alliance. We will emphasize the responsibility of the ANC members and leaders to promote activism in society. We expect our cadres to earn the respect of their peers and society at large through their exemplary conduct. They must be informed by values of honesty, hard work, humility, service to the people, and respect for the laws of the land. We must work together to defeat patronage, the arrogance of power, bureaucratic interference, and corruption. Let me repeat this one. We must work together to defeat patronage, the arrogance of power, bureaucratic interference, and corruption. Just these create a perception about our organization to many people, particularly when it is accompanied by a very massive propaganda against the organization, where if one individual of the ANC does something wrong, it is attributed to the entire organization. People don't say so and so is wrong or corrupt. They say the ANC is corrupt. And that's why we need to fight it. It must not happen within the individuals who are our members. It's absolutely important because, as we say, we carry the confidence, the aspirations, and dreams of our people. And in the foreseeable future, there is no substitute of the ANC for the people of this country. We must serve the people selflessly and tirelessly. Comrades and friends, this evening we celebrate the achievements of the South African people. We celebrate a glorious movement that has overcome the greatest challenges to lead the construction of a new society. As we do so, we are aware that much hard work lies ahead. That's why among our songs we say, in the lendlela esihambayo. There's still a long way to go. We need to be strong. We need to be united. We need to be ready to travel for a long distance to achieve this prosperity. We have much to do to achieve a South Africa that truly belongs to all who live in it, black and white. We have much to do to overcome poverty, unemployment, and inequality. Perhaps it is important just to put one line here. So part of the reason this is going to be very difficult is that at the foundation of poverty, inequality, and unemployment is the land hunger. The first Secretary General of the ANC wrote an article that one winter period, 1 month, our people went to sleep having land and everything. When they woke up in the morning, they were worse than slaves. They were pariahs in their own country. And that's where poverty, inequality, unemployment should be blamed. Without solving that problem, rest assured, we'll talk about it for many decades to come. We need some bold decisions as the ANC. With your help and with the support of all South Africans, we will continue to struggle, and we will not rest until we have achieved a better life for all our people. We are very happy that today we are here celebrating 104th year birthday of the African National Congress. There are very few organizations that have stood the test of time for such a long time. Many organizations have come and gone. Many organizations have changed the direction as a result of the difficulties. The African National Congress remains with the same mind that it had in 1912. It has been fortunate that it has had a gift of having many, many leaders, not one leader. And therefore, it has been able to steer its direction correctly. I don't remember any organization that has more than one Nobel Peace Prize winners, but the ANC. That indicates the quality of the organization and its cadres. This is what we must defend. This is what we must preserve. As Madiba put it, unity is the rock upon which the ANC was founded. It is a critical element of our lives, to be united. Thank you very much for being with us here in this province that carried a big weight of our struggle before the liberation of Mozambique and Zimbabwe. The only way to go out and come back was through this province and through Botswana. And it is good to be back here to celebrate this mighty organization that is respected not only in the continent of Africa, but globally. Many in the African continent demand to be known that ANC belongs to them. The very fact that it was formed by the whole region, not by those who believe in particular ideology or who were friends, but by the black people who were responding to a national disaster. Even if politics is no longer the big issue, just to remember that we have a task to fulfill that was started by those who established the ANC in 1912. Particularly, we leaders should always remember this. We are in the forefront to achieve a prosperous South Africa. It's not an easy way to go. It's not an easy road. I think that is described by Madiba in his book very well. That to climb another hill, you discover there are many more. You can only pause to take a breath, but to continue. If we are to do anything in celebrating the birthday of the ANC, is to take new resolutions, to find new ways to enhance our tactics and strategy to move forward, to add speed with which we need to reach where we are going, to deal with the obstacles effectively. That will represent the African National Congress. Happy birthday to the ANC. Thank you very much.